Let's get right set up with our warm-up. You're going to need a bench and a hand towel, and we're going to start sitting on the edge of your bench, or you can use a sturdy chair, right into some marches. So go ahead and start lifting your knees, marching in place. You can even pump your arms. I want you to focus on breathing, so every time a knee lifts off the floor, you are using a light core brace. Just getting some blood flow, getting things warmed up and ready for our workout. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do some heel extensions. I want you to kick your legs straight out, push your heel towards me. I want you to flex through your quads. So think about getting really straight leg, heel pushing forward. Pull your toes back towards your shin. Keep kicking it. Almost there. Coming up, we're going to go into some hip circles in 3, 2, 1. So what I want you to do is just draw a big circle out with your foot, lift and rotate around, alternating sides, trying to keep your sit bones equal on the bench. Lift and circle, lift and circle. We're staying strong and upright with your posture so your core is still engaged. 4, 3, 2, last one. Great. We're going to go ahead and grab your towel. I want you to grab the towel so you're about shoulder width apart with your grip. And I actually want you pulling on the towel. Bring your shoulders down and back. We're going to start out with a press. So keeping the towel tight, you pull it into your chest and push it away. We're here for 10 repetitions. I want to see you keeping the towel tight the entire time. Intentionally squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Last one. We're going to go right into a kayak. So we're going to paddle to the side. Draw a big figure 8 with your towel. So we go to the hip and lift, hip and lift. Again, we're keeping the towel super tight here. We're going to do 10 repetitions on each side. It's a big sweeping paddle movement. Nice work. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into a rowboat. Paddle stays in the front and we make a big circle down. So push away from your chest and sweep down. Big circle with the towel. Push out from your chest and sweep around. We've got 10 right here. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Shake it out for a second. We're going to go into an overhead press. So the towel starts right at your collarbone, pushing up overhead. Elbows pulled down into your ribs. Keep the towel tight. Always tight. You got it. We're doing 10 repetitions with every movement in the warm-up. Good. You got 2 more. Last one. Good. Little shake if you need it, but we're going to go to a torso twist. Towel comes straight out in line with the chest and just rotate from left to right. It should be a nice, gentle movement, helping to mobilize and warm up your spine. Good. We're not twisting the hips. The hips are staying seated and planted on the bench. Just moving through your upper body. We've got 10 each side. Good. One more. Good. Moving into our next set of exercise, we're going to take it up overhead again. This time, make sure your shoulders are down, and we're going to lean side to side. Nice big side bend here. Warming up laterally, flexing the spine, and also getting some good stretch, some good blood flow. Make sure your shoulders are staying down away from your ears. Pull the towel apart tight. Only lean as far as you feel like you can. We're also warming up the obliques, getting ready for our weightlifting workout ahead. Last one. From here, we're gonna go ahead and get set up with some toe touches. So just reach down to the toes, sit back up tall. We're just gonna do 5 little toe touches here. Nice little release. Then we're gonna head into our strength training. For your strength training, from the bench, you're gonna use your weights and your core ball. I want you to go ahead and start by placing the core ball in between your thighs. Grab your light dumbbells, maybe 5 pounds, and we're gonna do an overhead press while squeezing in on the ball. So the weights start at your shoulders. You're gonna squeeze the ball, pushing weights overhead. We're engaging inner thighs, we're engaging core, and then we're also working your shoulders and big pushing muscles in your upper body. We're gonna do 10 reps. 3, 2, last one. And you can set the ball down. We're gonna go into a bicep curl combo. So we're gonna curl and then rotate and hammer curl. This is gonna work both heads of the bicep. So we have a nice wide curl and a narrow curl. So palms are facing forward here, and then they turn in towards your body. Facing out, facing in. We're using good solid control. I want you to exhale every time you pull the weights up towards your shoulders and get a full extension, bringing the weights back down next to your hips. So with this combo, each curl is 1 wide and 1 narrow. That's 1 repetition. We're doing 10 sets. Good, you got 1 more set. And then your next movement, you're gonna be standing. So I want you to grab your weights, come up to standing, do a front raise, open to the side, lower down, and let's add a calf raise at the bottom. Hey, side raise, swing to the front, lower down, calf raise. So front, side, reset, calves. Side, front, reset, calves. We're gonna keep following this pattern. We've got 10 combos. So we're adding in some lower body here. We're hitting the shoulders, front, back, and side. And stay up in alignment with your posture. Your shoulders should stay stacked over your ribs, over your hips. As you come up onto your toes in the calf raise, try to get right on the ball of your foot. Last set. Perfect. We're gonna set ourselves up for a bent row. Using your bench with 1 arm, we're gonna pull the weight towards the hip. You want a strong core brace and a neutral spine. Good, just 2 more on this one. And let's go ahead and swap to the other side. Same thing, 1 knee on the bench, neutral spine. Let's brace the core and then pull. Don't pull up towards your chest. I want you to pull the weight back towards your hip. You got 5 more. Good, last 2. Nice and strong. All right, we're coming back to a seated position. You can use 1 or 2 weights here. I'm gonna take 2 weights and push them together and drop them behind my head and extend out in front of my forehead for our triceps. So I want your biceps by your face, elbows pointing forward. And if you've got 2 weights, go ahead and really push them together for stability and more muscle activation. You do want to keep your shoulders down, so don't shrug up to your ears. 3, 2, let's get 1 more. And we have 1 last strength move. I'm gonna have you lying on your back. You can be on your bench or on the floor. And we're gonna do a chest press, but I do want you to come up into a bridge position. So bring your heels in close to your butt. And what we're gonna do is lift the hips, and you're gonna hold that bridge for our chest press, okay? So weights will start over the chest, lift up into your bridge, squeezing your glutes, hold tight. We're gonna drop for 10 reps. 9. Good. Elbows should come down in line with your chest, not out wide at your shoulders. We wanna work the chest here. Exhale as you push. Keep your glutes turned on, so you wanna be pushing down into your feet. Good, you got 2 more. Perfect. Awesome, let's head into some seated core work. So you're gonna use your bench and one light weight. So I want you to come onto the edge of your bench with your feet right under your knees. We're gonna take the weight overhead, brace your core, and we're gonna start with just a gentle side bend. Take this slow and steady. We're here for 30 seconds. It's not about how many reps you get. It's definitely not about how far you can bend. Really what we're trying to focus on is a ribs to hips crunch. So I want you to exhale and use your obliques in this movement. You should be very focused, especially as you lift back to center, using good control. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Weight goes down, fingertips right by your ears. We're going to do a little cross crawl. So I want one knee to lift as you rotate from the center of your chest. Elbows stay wide. We are not trying to bring the elbow and the knee together. No, we're trying to stay lifted through the core, and we're marching and turning from the center of the chest. Elbows are staying out wide, not squeezing in. Again, we're breathing with each movement. This is using your lower abdominal muscles and your deep core, as well as your stabilizers on the side. Rest. All right, grab your weights. We're gonna reach overhead and just go into a little march. We've done some marching already in the workout, but now we're adding some resistance. So keep your shoulders down, ribs in, core tight, and little breaths here. I want you to breathing out. Every knee lift. You can even extend your leg out straight to make this a little more challenging. But listen to your body. Holding those weights up is definitely making this more challenging. 3, 2, 1. Awesome. We're going to use one weight in a chopping movement going from the shoulder to the hip. Want to travel in a diagonal line, slow and controlled with this movement. Arms are going to stay straight. Thinking about rotating with your torso. Breathing as you come down and up. Excellent. Last time. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. And we're going to be on this side here for 30 seconds. Okay, weight comes up. Let's start over the shoulder. Take it across the body. You're going outside the leg. Slow and controlled. Faster is not better. Heavier is not always better, right? We want to have good mind-muscle connection, good control in our body. So we're activating the muscles. Beautiful, almost there. Let's go, 2 more. And our last core movement, we're gonna hold a modified plank. So you can do this from a countertop. I'm gonna use my bench. We're gonna be on our forearms. So stack your elbow underneath your shoulder. Come into a strong plank position. And we're just gonna hold here for 30 seconds. So like I said, you could be on the wall, you could be at a countertop, the bench, or when you're ready, even go to the floor. There's a lot of ways for you to progress. We're gonna just hang here, focus on breathing, zipping up from your pelvic floor, keeping your inner core wrapped in tight. Think about a corset wrapping around your body. 4, 3, 2, done. Excellent. I'm going to take a little stretch here with my elbows on the bench, releasing my spine, releasing my core. You can join me if you'd like, but then we're going to head into a full seated stretching set. So let's come back over to our bench. You're going to go ahead and have a seat at the edge of your bench. Now let's start with a little rounded spine, reaching forward, lifting up and opening your chest. I like using these sort of cactus arms or goalpost arms, whatever you want to call them, lifting out to the side and arching back, rounding forward. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. Take your time. Let everything release. Round and extend. So here we're coming into a good spinal flexion as we come forward, and then we go into spinal extension as we hinge back. Big release. You've got one more. From here, we're just going to take a torso twist. I want you to reach across the opposite leg, look back behind you. This doesn't need to be extreme. We're just going for a nice stretch across the body. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Just a gentle release. Trying to breathe, steady, deep breaths. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take one leg forward, lift the toe. We're going to hinge into a hamstring stretch. So you want your toe lifted off the floor. Maybe you want to reach down towards your toe, trying to straighten your leg as much as you feel like you can without straining. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and switch sides in 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead and extend the opposite leg, toe lifted. I was a little bit tight on this side, so I started kind of up a little bit higher in the stretch, using my breath, and then as I started to feel some more release, I felt like I could reach forward. So kind of play around with these stretches. You've got 30 seconds to just kind of breathe and release, and if you need longer, definitely take longer in a stretch. It's whatever your body needs that day. All right, come on up. We're going to open the knees really wide here. What I want you to do is come to the edge of your bench or chair, hands on the inside of your thighs, pushing out, and we're just going to take a hinge forward. So we're getting a nice inner thigh stretch. Hips are opening. Glutes are going to feel a bit of a stretch here. So I'm just pressing out on the thighs. You can hinge as far forward as you feel comfortable. This is such a good way to show up for yourself. Nice. Let's go ahead and release. We're going to finish up with a shoulder stretch. We're going to do an eagle pose. We cross the arms. I want you to think about the shoulders dropping down and maybe even stretching forward. A nice release across your back, upper back. Excellent. Let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going to hold here for the last 30 seconds. A couple of nice deep breaths. And hopefully this workout has got you energized, feeling strong, feeling capable. I hope you feel really good about taking this time out for yourself to move your body, to stretch your body, and to take care of yourself. I'm really proud of you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release that stretch. and have an awesome day.